looking real good, baby. You know, I was thinking maybe I could get your number or something. You got a boyfriend? I'm Pretty Raheem. Tell me, can your boyfriend do it like this? Can he move it like this? Can he move it like this? Tell me, can your boyfriend do it like this? Can he move it like this? I bet I can move it better. Hey baby, here's my number. Girl, you can call me anytime, anytime. Said, honey, no need to wonder, cause your man is not a friend of mine. I can meet you at the mall, shopping sprees, we done it all. Girl, you don't have to pay for a thing. You can come to my crib, get freaky in my whip. Girl, that's the way it's gotta be. Tell me, can your boyfriend do it like this? Can he move it like this? Can he move it like this? Tell me, can your boyfriend do it like this? Can he move it like this? I bet I can move it better. Miss Lady, hope you're ready. Ready, baby. Cause girl, I'm about to beat that thing down. How you like that? Hey baby, bring your body. Raheem knows what you need now. Like your legs in the air while I'm pulling on your hair. Girl, we gotta get this thing poppin'. I know you like that. Baby, let me spank it. You gon' have to break it. I bet your man can move it like that. Let's go, girl. Tell me, can your boyfriend do it like this? Can he move it like this? Can he move it like this? Tell me, can your boyfriend do it like this? Can he move it like this? I bet I can move it better.
C is on this track. With a needle and thread, I'm about to rip this track. Flint floor C gon' bless this verse. Straight off the dome, no need to rehearse. Can he move it like this? No. Move it like that? No. Make you say ooh when he love you from the back? No. Your heart beating fast, call my sex heart attack. Forget where you been, girl, I'm where it's at.
Tell me, can your boyfriend do it like this? Can he move it like this? Can he move it like this? Tell me, can your boyfriend do it like this? Can he move it like this? I bet I can move it better. Girl, can he do everything that I can do, girl? Oh, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey. Pretty Raheem. Yo, hey girl, you looking real good, baby. You know, I was thinking maybe I could get your number or something.
Boom, boom, boom. What's going on, family? What is up, family? Welcome to another episode of the Tariq Elite Radio Show, family. I am your gracious host. My name is Mr. Tariq Elite. We're live on Ustream. We're doing a special Wednesday show, chopping up good game like we always do. Chopping up good game like we always do, family. Ready to get it in? Let me see who's in the chat room. I'm getting my chat room shit together. Hold on, family. Let me get it all together real quickly so I can see what's up in the chat room and see how many people in here. I haven't done a Wednesday show in a minute. Haven't done a Wednesday night show in a minute. So just want to do a Wednesday show and chop it up with the fam. Excuse me, I just had dinner with the family upstairs. So my burp game is on fleek right now. You dig? All right, let's see who's up in this chat. Rizzle. Where's my chat room? Where's my chat room? Let me see what we got. Okay, we're getting in here. The family's getting on up in here. Let me see who's in the chat real quick. All right. All right. Let me do some shout outs real quick. KR33, Chill, Skin Sale, The Keeper, Biz, J Jizzy, King Jr., Papi Chulo, Free Minds. Okay. No, I ain't eating pork. I was eating chicken. How's everybody doing, man? Just a few quick things I want to touch on. Hey, family, if you have not contributed to, and I look crazy, my face is all shining because I'm a little sick. I've been taking medicine because my older son, TJ, I think he got sick at school. He got like a little cold because I dropped him off and kids had big old globs of snot in their noses. I'm like, oh, shit. So he came back coughing. Then me and my wife, we coughing. Then we took TJ to the emergency room and everybody's in the emergency room. Look, this was last night. People in there with gas masks on. I'm like, oh, shit. So we left that hospital and went to another one. So whatever they had, we probably got. And then I took my other son, my youngest son, Asir, to get circumcised today. That's so painful. I feel so bad for him because he came out looking mad as hell. See, they take your kids back and they don't let you go back out here. At this doctor, they don't let the parents go back there. So my man came back looking real salty. But I'm here, chopping up game with the family. Ladies and gentlemen. Man, shout out to Corey Holcomb, Zoe Williams, and the crew. Oh, hell no, not Killer King Hospital. Man, did y'all see Zoe Williams and Corey Holcomb, the 5150 show, do a roast of Crispy? Nigga, they roasted Crispy. I already destroyed Crispy's career. I murdered him. They basically dug up the grave and pissed on the casket. Oh my God. Nigga, they were talking about how Crispy came home and that Russian broad was fucking some other dude and how Crispy was going to commit suicide and Jeff had to talk him out of suicide. This nigga, oh, yeah, dude, I don't want to spend time on Crispy. That was funny. Oh, they pissed on my nigga's grave. They just pissed on his grave. That was funny. But that just goes to show, man, the reason why, people are tired of the lame shit. When dudes come around other guys laughing and grinning and then get behind closed doors and then get on the internet popping rough, rugged shit. Now, you should be called out. But again, Crispy is just doing anything for attention. So it is what it is. It was classic. So shout out to them brothers. It's on YouTube. You got to see it. You got to see it. It was a beast. Now, for those who have not contributed, let me get the phone lines going on, fam. Let's do that. Let me chop up some game. We're taping. Y'all gonna watch Empire tonight? I know a lot of people are here on the East Coast. Not today. Hold on one second. Excuse me. What's up, D Cook? Oh Lord, the nigga posting those guns that he ain't gonna bust. The nigga was supposed to come murk me. He never do it. You dig? But yeah, check out Corey Holcomb's show. The phone number is 818-850-5404. That's the number here where you can call, ladies and gentlemen, and chop it up with me, Mr. Tariq Elite. I'm going to get on that whole Zaza Ali, what the fuck her name is. I'm going to get on her in a minute. Don't worry. I'll talk about that in a minute. Real briefly, because again, I'm going to address that real quick. You can't get an Empire. Empire is a good show. Empire is actually a good show. Call up and see if the phone line is working. My phone number is 818-850-5404. That is the number, family. Feels weird doing a Wednesday night show. I haven't done a Wednesday night show in a long time. Excuse me. And everything like that. Hold on one second. Let me get my shit popping. Let me get my shit popping. All right. Let me see if my phone line is working. Hold on. Yeah, that whole Zaza Ali shit. A lot of people are like, who's Zaza? Nobody really. But hold on. I'm trying to see if my phone line is working so cats can call in. Hold on. Let me test my phone. Okay, let me see who this is. What's up? Who's calling?
Yes, John Shaw.
John Shaw. Where you calling from, fam?
I'm calling from Oklahoma, actually.
Oklahoma. What's going on in Oklahoma, man?
Nothing bad. Just everything's just going on the way it's supposed to be, I guess.
Yes, indeed. So what's on your mind, man?
Well, I wanted to ask you about what do you think happened at the Oscars?
What I think happened?
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think about that whole thing about they calling out homegirl's hair?
Oh yeah, Juliana, whatever her name is, she made a real slick comment talking about the girl's hair look like it smells like weed, and the girl checked her, and then she had to apologize and all that. But when you're in a system of white supremacy, you expect that. Just like what Neely Fuller said, when you're in a system of white supremacy, you expect white supremacy. So I'm not shocked. So that's why we got to start bracing ourselves and stop falling for the illusion of inclusion. You did.
Okay, but can I pick your brain for a little bit in regard to this? I wanted to ask you about, and there was another comment too from Patricia Arquette or something about how now black people and gay LGBT and whatever, that we all have to support white women in regard to higher equal pay.
Did you listen
hear about that as well?
I want you to go to TariqRadio.com. I did a show about that earlier today. Go to TariqRadio.com and check that out. Thank you for the call, brother. Yeah, his phone kind of sounded janky. My man's phone kind of sounded real janky. And everything like that. What is my son upstairs doing? But again, man, if y'all haven't contributed to Hidden Colors 4, we're trying to get to 100K. We're real close. I think we need about 15,000 more. So go to Kickstarter.com and type in Hidden Colors 4. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, Rick, what's good, man? It's Jay calling out of Philly, man.
Man, what's up, Pimp Sauce? How you doing, man?
Shit, everything good, bro. Hey, I just wanted to make a comment about the Ron Paul statement that he made about welfare or whatever, about how the Black Caucus members, they didn't want to support the war because they wanted all the money to be spent on food stamps or whatever.
Yeah, real janky shit, yeah.
But I feel like I'm not giving him no kind of pass, because obviously these Republicans, Democrats, all of them don't care about the progression of the black community. But I do feel like anybody who is on welfare and living off housing, and that's they plan to do for their whole life, they're slaves.
Yeah.
It's like a new generation, not a new, but the welfare, I think that facilitates crime in our community. You put welfare, females in a Section 8 housing projects, it's 100 rooms in these project buildings. Ain't no male's name on none of those leases. All those leases have females' name on them. But you walk in the building, you see 20 niggas downstairs hustling. So it's like welfare, crime, it goes hand in hand. And I feel like that's just a hindrance to the progression of the black community is welfare, in my opinion.
Yes, indeed.
I wanted to get your opinion, though.
But you got to understand this, man. That's all orchestrated by the white supremacists, brother. That's all orchestrated by the white supremacists, man. They create the conditions that causes that type of behavior, man. And that's just the name of the game. And we got to understand that. Because the thing is, let's say the cats stop selling drugs and they stop trapping, everybody got married and everybody started doing what they're supposed to do, white supremacists is going to rear his head and come at them another way, especially if we don't have our money together. See, our thing is we got to get our money game together because that's going to protect us to a certain degree. And all of these other conditions where the cat's out there on the corner, the hood rats and the dusty niggas and all that, that's because of the economic base. Our resources have been depleted and resources have been kept away from us. So that's why we stay in the condition we're in. So we got to understand that part of the game and be about economic empowerment. You feel me?
Right, Tariq. And to that one caller who called you, I think a couple of weeks ago, he asked you, he wanted you to make a movie called Panther. Mario Van Peebles already made the movie Panther, and that movie was so deep, man. It talked about how, black people was already on their way to becoming an economically independent community. The Black Power message was spreading, and the CIA Intel Pro, they destroyed all of that, man. They shut it down. So, like you say, it was orchestrated by the white supremacists.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Real talk, brother. Thank you for the call, brother. Yes, indeed. I'm trying to go to Kickstarter. Let me go to Kickstarter and see how we're doing at Kickstarter, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see where's my chat room? Okay. So you got to fight back. I'll get on that. I'm going to get on the whole Griff and Zaza Ali thing in a minute. Don't worry. And I'm not going to be on too long because I do want to check out Empire. That is my show. Let me see this. Let me go to Kickstarter and see how we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. And while I'm doing that, I'll take a call. What's up? Who's calling?
Hello, Tariq. This is Demetrius calling from Jacksonville.
Hey, what's up, man? What's on your mind?
How you doing? I heard you say in earlier previous shows that we should pool our money together to ask for the next presidential candidate. Just have requests for them after pooling our money together.
Right.
So I want to know, given the fact that there's a presidential election right around the corner, what are some of the things you think we should be some of the things that you think we should be asking for once we get our money together? And that's my question. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you, brother. What we need to ask for, number one, we got to ask for resources to start black businesses. We need to ask for set-asides and resources and incentives to start black-owned businesses. Our problem, what we do, we go in and start talking about, hey, can we get some minority business loans? We start talking about minority, and they say, okay, we'll give you minority. And then all the Asian and the Arabs and all these other people get all this stuff. And then we're left sitting up here holding the bag. So we got to start asking for stuff as black folks. And that's the problem. We're so afraid of saying, hey, we want something for black people. We're scared that we're going to offend people, and we get shamed into not doing that. We got to stop being afraid of doing that because other groups look out for their own group. Now, one thing I want to do, you know what I want to do after, right when I get Hidden Colors rolling, after I get that popping, I want to do something for Jim Brown. You know, I was talking to my man Bobby. Bobby's Jim Brown's right-hand dude. And Jim Brown does not have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So I want to really go and get Brother Jim Brown a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. We need to start honoring people who are warriors in our community. And we need to start getting the money up and just getting it done ourselves. And, I think it takes like 30 grand. We can do that. That's easy. So I want to do that for Brother Jim. I want to do that for Brother Jim Brown. I want to get brothers and sisters together so we can go ahead and get that brother a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. We got Dick Gregory a star. Shout out to Brother Dick Gregory. He got a star on the Walk of Fame. So I think it's very important that Brother Jim has done a lot of stuff, man, not just in cinema, but just in the community. So I think that brother should be recognized. Excuse me. Man. LGBT and interracialist. Yeah, to get a star, it costs it's a whole thing to get the star. First of all, you have to put in an application, and it's like $30,000. It's $30,000, and a lot of times publicity firms pay for it, or the movie studios pay for it. They're just fans; they kind of pay for it. So Hollywood is a business. The city of Hollywood, they'll put you out there if you get the paper. And Jim Brown is definitely qualified. Yeah. Oh, man, I love Jim Brown. Jim Brown is the epitome of a grown-ass man. Man, just feeling that brother's vibe up at his house, man, just vibing with that brother. Just good energy, man. Just real good energy on that brother, man. So we got to really start looking out for our pillars in the community. And we got to, excuse me, like somebody called today on my show, we got to stop the so-called conscious fuckery that goes on. We got to stop the so-called conscious fuckery that goes on. Kany doing a documentary on Minister Farrakhan. Who is Kany? Who is Kany? Who is that? What's up, Night Wonder? You on Instagram? Now, it ain't nothing moist on Instagram, is it, brother? Yeah, y'all want to get me a star in Hollywood? Hell, let's get it popping. Yes, indeed. But now people ask me about that whole Zaza Ali situation. And again, I really don't want to go back and forth with it too much. I really don't want to go back and forth with it too much. For those who don't know. And it's nothing. It's nothing. But I'm going to ask some questions, though. And this is Griff and Zaza. They probably watch this. Now, just out the blue, the other day, Professor Griff and Zaza Ali was on their show. And they just kind of came out the blue talking about me. And it was very disparaging, some of the stuff they were saying. And really, a lot of it was Zaza saying it. Griff was kind of in the background co-signing. And then I had a problem with that. And I did my show. And I said, hey, I got a problem with that. You know, what she's saying was kind of out of pocket. And, you know, I'm not really feeling that because it's not true. So I'm trying to see where this outrage is coming from. It sounds like some fake outrage bullshit. You dig? And then they did another show. And I heard the beginning of the other show. I heard that yesterday, as a matter of fact. And Griff was like, oh, that was me. I think Griff kind of took responsibility. So I'm going to address Griff a lot tonight then, since Griff took responsibility. All right? Excuse me. Sorry about that, my throat. And Griff, if you're watching, brother, I don't have a beef with you, brother, but I don't understand where you're coming from, bro. Brother, I don't understand where you're coming from, bro. I'm trying to see the gist of what you're talking about, because Griff did this show. He did his show, and he was like, you know, I'm cool with Tariq, whatever, but all this macking and pimping. The brother kept saying macking and pimping, macking and pimping, macking. He said it, macking and pimping, over and over again. I'm like, what is Griff talking about? I'm like, what macking and pimping you talking about? I did the Mac Lessons radio show. I haven't done the Mac Lessons radio show in 2 years. Haven't done the Mac Lessons radio show in 2 years. My podcast is called the Tariq Elite Radio Show. So I haven't done the Mac Lessons radio show in 2 years. And when I did it, Griff was on the Mac Lessons radio show. So I'm like, if Griff had a problem with the word macking, I wish my man would have said something then. That's why I don't understand why 2 years later, it's all of a sudden, all this macking and pimping got to go, macking and pimping, macking and pimping. I'm like, okay, what's that about? And where's this pimping thing, brother? And I'm talking to Griff, brother. When you talk about pimping, what you saying? Because pimping is something that's very specific, brother. Pimping is putting hoes on the track. Pimping is putting a hoe on a track. That's what pimping is. I don't do that. I don't talk about that. I don't advocate that. I don't write about that. None of my books say that. So I don't know where this macking and pimping is coming from. And I'm just trying to see where this outrage and this whole need to... He was saying stuff like, well, we just got to sharpen brothers' swords. And okay, I get that. But let's sharpen it on something that's real. Don't create some false straw man argument and then start going on some rampage and rant about how so many women get trafficked in prostitution. And what does that have to do with me? I don't talk about any of that stuff. I don't talk about any of that stuff. No trafficking or prostitution. None of my shows are about that. None of my books are about that. So I'm really trying to see where my man is coming from. Griff, I'm just trying to see where you're coming from, brother, because it's kind of contradictory, sir. And I'm saying this with respect, brother. And I'm talking to Griff specifically because Griff came on out. And oh yeah, somebody said Tommy and Griff, because Griff was on this, the black woman, we can't disrespect the black woman. Of course, I got a black wife. My black mother is upstairs. But I'm like, my man, and I'm thinking, I'm like, Griff, you were doing some stuff with Tommy Sorta Moisture. This dude is okay. All right, brother. This brother has thousands of videos where he's like, fuck a black woman, black bitches ain't shit, fuck black women. I mean, this dude's damn near every video is black women ain't shit, and you kind of working with that dude on something. I'm like, okay, brother. I'm just asking questions. I'm just trying to see what's up, Griff, because I'm not, normally I wouldn't even trip. I mean, You know, I know some questionable people. I came up in South Central, so I know all types of questionable people, brother. Some ain't adding up. That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to see where my brother's coming from. My man was on the show. I'm thinking we're cool. Now, all of a sudden, 2 years later, all this macking and pimping got to stop. Well, what macking and pimping? Do people know that I smell like infamil? I got an infant that I've been burping earlier? What macking and pimping you talking about? The Mac Lessons radio show was 2 years ago. I don't do the show no more. I do the Tariq Elite show. Let's just talk real talk. My books, The Mac Within and The Art of Macking, these are books that came out 15, 20 years ago. So what pimping and macking are you talking about, brother? And Zaza is a fraud. I'm saying that straight up and down. Zaza sounds like a complete fraud. I'm talking to Griff a little differently because I'm like, man, you've been on my show, and I'm not the kind of dude that's gonna be cool with somebody, and then when there's a disagreement, I'm gonna flip on them on some rah-rah shit, because that would make me look disingenuous. I would look like some fake ass nigga, because I wouldn't have you on my show if I felt fucked up about you, my dude. You know, if I felt a certain way, if you were on some bullshit, if I thought you were on some bullshit, I wouldn't even have you on my show. Dude, so I'm just trying to understand where my man is coming from, where we just got to sharpen swords and all this pimping and macking, and the brother just keep saying pimping and macking all the time and over, and I'm trying to see what pimping and macking is he talking about. I just want to know what look at my Instagram. Is there pimping and macking on my Instagram? Look at my podcast page, the Tariq Elite Radio Show. Is there pimping and macking there? Is there pimping and macking on my Twitter? Where's all this pimping and macking that's just fucking the game up, brother? And even when I did the Mac Lessons Radio, I'm not apologizing. Let's be very clear. I'm not apologizing for a goddamn thing. Because the Mac Lessons show wasn't about exploiting nobody. Y'all know that. And I think Griff knows that too. That's why I'm trying to see where my man is coming from. Now, with Zaza, I get on her in a minute. Because I think she's a complete fraud. But I get on her in a minute. And I'm just talking, we're having man-to-man talk. We're sharpening swords, brother. We're just having man-to-man talk. Now, this whole outrage, which is, to me, is fake outrage, was over a picture I put up on my Instagram of some women in a hot tub. Their booties was tooted up, and I said, hey, man, instead of spending money on condoms and getting in the swimming pool with these women or whatever, go check out Hidden Colors. So my man Griff was like, oh, man, he's exploiting women and using that image of strippers, and then Zaza was putting all that extra shit on it. And so this outrage was over a picture that I used to kind of tell people on Instagram, go check out Hidden Colors 4. And there was this outrage over it, like, oh, you don't mix the messages and all that. Okay. Griff, I got some questions for you, brother. Because, see, the thing is, after Griff and Zaza came out saying what they had to say, a lot of people started hitting me up, giving me a lot of information about Griff and a lot of information about Zaza, whatever her name is. A lot of people were giving me information. A lot of it I'm not going to repeat here because there was some real gossipy shit. Some of it was from reputable people, brother. So a lot of it I'm not going to get into. Because Zaza was on her show talking about, well, I have a friend and they saw Tariq and saw his Mac Lessons and they got turned off from Hidden Colors. I don't give a fuck, to be honest. I tell people all the time, you don't have to buy none of my movies. You don't have to do shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm not here to sell myself to you. I put the information out. You fuck with it. You don't want to fuck with it. Keep it pushing. Keep that shit pushing. I'm not here to earn anybody's nothing. I put the shit out there and I keep it pushing. I do me. But I'm just trying to see where the outrage is coming from over this picture, because the thing is, people are hitting me up. There was some couple of people hit me up talking about, well, Tariq, Griff did some kind of calendar back some time ago. I don't know how long ago it was. And again, this is allegedly. There's some kind of calendar that Griff did with some chick that he was supposedly with. And the chick was all bent over and her ass was all tooted up too. And this was some kind of calendar that Griff was supposed to be associated with. And let me show the picture. I'm not going to, there's other shit people show me. I'm not going to show a bunch of shit. But let me show this picture that allegedly Griff was supposed to be associated with, this calendar, this chick, something, this right here. All right? So Griff was supposed to be, allegedly, that's why I'm asking Griff, is this true what people are saying, brother? Because a couple of people have told me this. Griff, brother, because we're going to talk about respecting the sisters, and I'm disrespecting the sisters because I put up a picture telling people to go check out Hidden Colors 4. I'm mixing messages or whatever. I don't know what kind of narrative you're trying to put out there, but brother, that girl has a pretty big ass in that picture, and some people are saying that you were involved with that calendar or that female or whatever. So I just want to know what the deal is. That ass was pretty up in the camera, just like the pictures on my page. Well, the one picture, really. No, Griff ain't in the picture. Hell, I wasn't in the picture. But the thing is, people are asking me this, and I'm asking. I'm just asking the question. Well, the thing is, you say people mention pimping because of the cover of the book. Well, if you are going to build a false narrative based on the cover of a book, you are an idiot. If you're going to build a narrative off the cover of a book, you're an idiot. There's a book right here on my desk called Who Moved the Cheese with a block of cheese. The book ain't about cheese. The book cheese is a metaphor. So if you're going to look at a book cover and have this whole fake outrage over a book cover without actually reading or looking, that's why nobody really goes inside the book. And even in that chapter, all I was talking about were the different terminologies and all that. And the first line was, hey, you shouldn't be a pimp. And another thing, Griff, man, if we're talking about pictures with sisters in their ass and you shouldn't do that because that's disrespectful, brother Griff, let me say this to you, Griff. You were on Luther Campbell's records. Griff, you were on Luke Skywalker records, brother. So was that cool? If we're gonna go by your narrative, brother, you were on Luther Campbell's records. Now, Luther Campbell's records at that time was, damn, they considered it a pornographic a record label, brother. They were arresting Luke left and right for pornography, brother. That was a pornography label according to the government at that time. Luther Campbell was known for having girls on stage sucking dicks and everybody's eating pussy, and Luke would have orgies all over the country, brother. Luke would have orgies all over the country. Jay De Niro, absolutely not, brother. My books are bestsellers to this day. But man, I mean, damn, brother, if we're going to use that narrative, that kind of contradicts itself. If you were down with Luther Campbell, who was having dick-sucking parties, and you're on that brother's label, how is that different from me using a picture to tell people to go check out Hidden Colors? What's the difference? I'm just asking questions, brother, because I'm not trying to pass judgment, but it sounds a little contradictory. That's all I'm saying. I'm getting you and your queen are kind of throwing things at a brother based on a picture where the context was deliberately thrown out and it was satire. And another thing, when Zaza was like, it's supposed to be satire, it ain't funny, brother. Now, who in the fuck made her the picture police? Let me say this about that young lady, man. Some of y'all fake hotep niggas, stop pumping these females' heads up because you want to fuck them. I'm talking real talk right now, man, because this sister tries to be deeper than what she is. She's not really deep. A bunch of these dusty niggas out here in the conscious community are, because she's lighter, they're pumping her head up, telling her, oh, girl, you the queen. When niggas are trying to fuck or trying to campaign, because that's what a lot of these thirsty so-called hotep niggas like to do. These niggas always campaigning for some ass. So they sit up and, oh, girl, you deep. Anything you say, they act like it's deep, and it's really not. If you say, I want to go out and have me some herbal tea. Oh, girl, you deep as hell, girl. Damn, girl, I want to get a girl like you so deep. The nigga's running game, man. She's not really deep. We're going to keep it $150 tonight, brother. Let's just keep it $150 tonight so we can just stop playing games with this shit. No. Like, we're talking real talk. We're sharpening swords, not shots fired. Come on, man. We're sharpening swords. I'm saying I don't think she's deep. She ain't saying nothing really deep from what I heard, and that's why not too many people are really fucking with her like that. Let's keep it $150. And some of the shit she's saying, it sounds exactly like some of those fraudulent talking points that those pretend black feminists use. Those pretend black feminists, when they're trying to create a narrative, especially about me, they use the exact same talking points. All that macking, oh, he don't like black women, oh, he's anti-woman. You start throwing out these little slogans that you can't prove. I ain't never said I was anti-woman. How am I anti-woman and I do a lot for women? 90% of the people who bring me in to do lectures are women. So let's stop all that fake shit. Let's stop the fake outrage. And again, I'm not shitting on Griff. I'm just asking questions, brother. I'm just asking questions, brother. And again, people are sending me, there's a lot of emails people are sending me, man, that I'm not going to repeat here, brother. Some people that I don't know, some people that I do know. And I know him and Griff and Zaza did this show about stripper culture and how, and I guess they were using my picture as an example. Like, oh, y'all, you, that pimping, hoeing, macking, stripper. And somebody hit me up tonight. Somebody was like, hey, man, you know, Griff was doing security at a strip club before. So, all right, Griff, you were doing security at a strip club. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But when you do security at a strip club, allegedly, I don't know. People are telling, I don't know, brother. I don't know. Allegedly, brother. People are just sending me all types of shit. People are sending me all types of shit. I didn't know people felt a certain way about you. Again, I'm not trying to bring any kind of fucked up energy to the game, because that's not what I'm about, man. My movies resonate worldwide. I try to bring that heat, but when people come at me trying to so-called check me and it's fraudulent and it's on some bullshit and it's contradictory, then I gotta ask a couple of questions of my own. I just gotta ask a couple of questions of my own. And this Zaza chick, and I still fuck with you, Griff. I fuck with you. Zaza, I think she's 100% fraud, dude. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's my hustle shit right there. Some of the shit she says is deliberately fraudulent. I think she's a complete fraud, bro. That's on the real. And I'm rarely wrong on certain shit like that. You dig? Just based on some of the shit she said, and she did some kind of Facebook post. I didn't read that shit. This woman wrote like a fucking Gettysburg Address about me on some Facebook page. I'm not reading it. I don't want to read that shit. I don't know what it's about, but I don't know if she's trying to get attention, trying to come up. I don't know what to do. Dude, I'm just trying to see. It looks real janky with y'all, man. That shit looks real janky. I'm going to tell y'all why she's fraudulent. First of all, I can tell by when people make up false narratives. That's all. I'm going to look at you funny style. When you start talking about anti-woman and, ooh, he don't like black women, that's a motherfucker lying to you. That's a motherfucker lying to you. And y'all, early on my show, my podcast tonight, I had a young lady call me from the Bay. And y'all know I got a lot of love in the Bay. I got a lot of love in the Bay. Lot of love in the Bay. Y'all know I keep it 100. I'm not no janky nigga. I ain't no bullshit artist. I keep it 100. And I got a couple of hits from the Bay. A couple of people hit me from the Bay who knows Zaza. They telling me shit. Now, from what I understand, allegedly, Zaza got some criminal cases going on up there in the Bay. Zaza name is Ginger Daniels. People from the Bay, from the town, shout out to the town. Know a lot of hustlers in the town, but the niggas are hitting me up heavy. Y'all got to understand, man, this conscious movement is real small. So y'all, a lot of cats in the so-called conscious movement, which I'm not a part of, by the way. I don't really fuck with some of these so-called conscious cats, but that conscious movement thing is real small, fam. So a lot of times people kind of hype each other up and bullshit each other and make shit seem like it's hotter than what it is. But I fuck with a whole different crowd. And that crowd I fuck with is a little more real than that. And I'm getting reports from the Bay, that Ginger Daniel, Zaza Ali, got indicted on some fraud shit up there. Some legal fraud shit. I don't want to go too deep in that because, it's just, come on, man. Y'all don't come for me, man. Don't do that. I'm not roasting anybody. We're just talking facts. Let's sharpen swords. We sharpening swords, brother. Like my man Griff said, we sharpening swords. So if we got to call stuff out, you want to call out my book cover? Well, let's call out people who are allegedly getting indicted for fraud out here talking about they're going to be schooling people in their conscience and all that, and they're going to be on this self-righteous shit where they want to check people. And you out here doing, allegedly, getting into fraudulent activities and getting legally caught up. I'm not going in on nobody. This is real talk right now. And I got several more emails from. I'm not here to embarrass nobody, man. I'm not here to embarrass nobody, dude. But for some reason, what's up, Ola? But for some reason, man, y'all know how I get down. Y'all listen to my show. Y'all know how I get down, man. When folks come at me, it never turns out good, man. It never turns out good for the folks who come at me because I got a different spirit and my spirit is real. So when y'all try to create a false narrative talking about pimping and macking, pimping and macking, pimping and macking, trying to create a false narrative as if I'm exploiting anybody, and you know I'm not, and the people who rock with me know I'm not, then it's not a good look on you. You dig what I'm saying? Excuse me. But again, folks in the conscious community, I love Brother Umar. Umar don't rep that conscious, those fake Hotep niggas either. But again, Griff, I fuck with you, man. I'm just asking questions. I'm not even accusing you of anything, brother. I'm just asking questions, brother. I'm just asking questions. Because see, a lot of what you were kind of doing, brother, you were kind of making an indictment, like all that pimping and macking. That was kind of making it seem like I'm doing some nefarious shit. Or I'm teaching people some nefarious shit based on the word mag, brother. So I'm like, okay, where's that coming from, sir? That's what I'm saying. The call-in number, my number's wide open. 818-850-5404. That's my number. What's up? Who's calling?
Oh, snap. What's good, King Flex?
What's up, man? Who's this?
Hey, King Flex, this is Paul from DC.
What's on your mind, man?
Hey, King Flex, I called you like a few shows back, and you told me advice to stop messing around the circles of the young crowd. So what I realized was my friend told me that my problem was I skipped, being around that type of crowd. That's why I'm going back to it, because when I graduated high school.
Okay, bro, I'm going to have you call back, brother. I'm going to have you call back because this is going to be a long-ass story, and it's just. Okay, I have you call back, brother. Shit. All right, because that was going to be some long-ass bullshit right there. Man. But I'm saying, brother. This ain't going, I'm just asking questions. Especially in somebody that I had on my show. I brought into my show is my home. My show is my home. I bring you on my show. So if somebody feel a certain way, I would like for them to let me know they feel a certain way then, and not 2 years after I do a show and all of a sudden it's like all this macking and pimping, all this, and what macking and pimping? Again, I haven't done the Mac Lessons radio show in 2 years. You dig? Because it just looks funny style. It looks like, Zaza chick is trying to come up. You know how people manufacture beef to try to get attention to themselves. And then a lot of people in the conscious community do that, and that's just not how I roll. A lot of people in the conscious community do that. And one more thing. And shout out to Griff. No hate. I'm cool. No. No hate. No. I'm just asking questions. But one thing Griff said that raised my antennas. Griff was saying, basically, on this show the other day, he said, what did he say? Griff said that there were some people, there were some brothers in the conscious community who had a problem with my Mac stuff, and they were going to step to me physically, and they were trying to get in touch with me through Griff, and Griff sent a message to somebody else I knew. Okay. Let me say this. I'm talking directly to Griff. Griff, whoever these people are, these dudes in the conscious community who were supposed to get at me physically, tell them, come get at me, bro. And I'm being serious as 2 heart attacks. Whoever told you that they were going to get at me physically because of my Mac and books or whatever, tell them niggas I said get the fuck at me. And I'm looking dead in the camera. I want my man to feel me on that. That's the message you give them. If them niggas want to see me, tell them to see me. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the world, fam. Because one thing I don't take kindly to, niggas sending little by proxy ass threats. Now, if they were down in Atlanta, I've been in Atlanta, all over Atlanta. I tweet everywhere I am in Atlanta. If they want to get at me, tell them to get at me. Tell them I said get at me. And as a matter of fact, if you tell me who they are, I'll get at them. But any fake hotep nigga talking about stepping to me and all that old shit, I'll slap a motherfucker's kufi smooth off they fucking dome. I don't play with dudes like that, so let them know that. Anytime, I'm not real difficult to find. I'm everywhere. I'm not one of these niggas in the house on that rah-rah shit. No, I'm out there. I'm out there. I'm out there. So you let those people know, whoever told you that, my brother. Let them know I said that. And they can call up whoever wanted to get at me physically. And we can arrange that shit. 818-850-5404. We can arrange you getting at me physically. I will slap a motherfucker's kente cloth off. Some fake hotep nigga talking about stepping to me on any fucking level. I don't play with niggas like that at all. You dig? And that's straight up and down. When niggas start giving these little, telling a motherfucker what they gonna do and let them know I'm gonna do this too. Oh, okay. Okay. Come see me. All right? That's just what it is. See me. But again, I don't like to get caught up in that bullshit. I don't like getting caught up in that bullshit. What's up, Jari? Let me see who's on the phone, man. I don't get caught up in that whole ass shit, dude. What's up, man? Who's calling?
Hey, what's going on, Tariq?
What's up, man? Who is this?
Hey, this is Nasheed. Listen.
Yes, sir.
I wanna. This is Nasheed. You know what? Because I listened to the Zaza and the Griff show.
Yeah.
So let me be the first to say I'm one of the first persons on Twitter that sent you that clip.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now, this was my beef. Let me tell you something. I'm a truck driver.
Okay.
I listen to Tariq Nasheed radio, and I go back and forth to Mac Legends. So when I heard them talking, it got me upset because I have listened to damn near all 100-something of your Mac Legends shows.
Yes, indeed.
And it was a misrepresentation.
Yes, it was.
Of what you represent.
That's
because
exactly.
How in the hell you got titles like Message to the Black Man? You
Right.
have In the Honesty. You have shows that's titled Character, Trusting Your Judgment. So I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell are they listening to?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what are they listening? I'm like, Griff, if you listen to me, brother, what are you listening to, brother? Where's all this pimping and macking you talking about? All this exploiting and Zaza, she's deliberately lying. She's reading all these crazy stats. That brother is exploiting women and the black woman, and so many women get raped and trapped.
It's crazy. And you know what, Tariq, because it's kind of like, okay, well, and whoever's running back telling Tariq this and listen, I love Griff. You know what I mean? I'm 36, so I came up listening to EP&B. Like, if he feels like he can check somebody, he's not beyond being checked. And they were dead fucking wrong.
Real talk.
They were dead fucking wrong. And
they were wrong.
I'm going to stick by the fact that I'm the one that sent you that clip on Twitter.
No doubt.
I did it.
No doubt.
All right?
All right.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, I'm just keeping 100, man. They were wrong, dude. It ain't no back and forth. They were wrong. I'm not, they were wrong. All this old exploiting and trafficking and stripping and all this, what are y'all talking about? What the fuck are y'all talking about? So that just sounds like some real nefarious shit going on. Especially with this Zaza lady putting all this extra shit on it and she's really putting a lot of extra shit on it. And then I get people emailing me talking about this chick has been indicted on fraud. So people in the so-called conscious community and people trying to get that knowledge, just know who you dealing with. Now, somebody says she talked about her case on the show. Okay, talk about it more. Let people know what's going on with you. If you got fraud cases going on, allegedly, let people know what the fuck is going on. And stop being self-righteous out here throwing stones in you in the glass house. I ain't saying that's a bad thing, but if you got shit going on, you got dirt under your fingernails, hey, I've been to jail many times. You did back in the day. Everybody knows that. I talk about that all the time. I've been in jail for a whole bunch of shit back in the day. But I ain't on no self-righteous shit. Okay, y'all get y'all shit together, and I'm the picture police, and that shit ain't funny what you put up. I tell you what's funny. Fuck out of here, dude. Man. I'm not wasting my time, but I'm just kind of disappointed because if I fuck with somebody and they do something that's real funny style, I'm like, man, what's up, dude? Like the Zaza, I don't give a fuck about that Zaza chick. I don't know her. But Griff, I have a man on my show, and I co-sign dude. I talk very highly of dude. Y'all know me. Y'all, even when Griff wasn't on the show, I showed that brother the utmost respect, dude. So that's why I always have a problem if we supposed to be cool and all of a sudden, out the blue, now it's just this brother with the pimping and the macking and the pimping and the macking. I'm like, what? And I'm like sitting up here with baby apple juice on my shirt. Talking about what? I'm holding an infant. Talking about what pimping and macking am I doing? What the fuck pimping and macking am I doing? I got baby wipes on my lap. What the fuck are they talking about? So now it's like people trying to create a false narrative. I'm just trying to see where they get, what's y'all get down. I'm just trying to see what's up, man. I ain't tripping. I'm not trying to make it a whole big thing, but that Zaza female, I think she's a complete fraud, straight up and down. I think she's a fraud. Griff, he's done the work. Griff, you're part of a legendary group. That goes a long way. I ain't taking that away. I'm not going to sit up here and fuck that nigga. I'll be fake saying that, brother. You did some real shit. Griff did real shit. That's why I want Griff to be on that level, because Griff is on that level to me. Griff is a motherfucker that I have. I'm not going to even say had in the past tense. Griff is on this level, man. This dude is a fucking, he should stay on icon status. This dude is part of the most important group fucking in the world almost, man. Stay on that, brother. Stay there, bro. Don't go down with that fake conscious bullshit, dude. Come on, man. That's all I'm saying. I want my man to stay on a real fly level. I don't want, because that's why I'm a lot of emails and shit that people got. And there's a lot of other emails I got from people who know my man, some chicks that I know who know my dude. And there's a lot of shit that I'm not going to even put out there, bro. I'm not trying to go there. I'm not trying to embarrass nobody. I'm just sharpening swords, man. I just want my dude to be thorough. I'm not trying to fuck nobody's paper up. No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying Griff is full of shit, man. I'm not. I'm not saying that man is full of shit. I'm not doing that. Because I would be phony saying he's full of shit. I would be a fake saying that. But sometimes when you want folks to stay on top of their game, stay on top of your game, man, and keep it trill. Don't create a false narrative, brother. Don't create a false narrative, fam, because you know that ain't all that old mackin' and pimpin' and mackin'. That's just the name of my show, brother, of my old show, and a couple of my books. And the books aren't about exploiting people, and you know that, brother. If you read the book, or if you ask somebody who read the book, but all that exploiting and I'm teaching, man, that's fake fraud shit. That's what those fraudulent black feminist pretenders do. You dig? Let's see who we got on the phone. What it is? Who's calling?
But all that exploiting.
Hello?
What's up? Who's this?
Hey, is this Tariq?
This is Tariq.
Dang, Tariq, my bad. I was still listening to you on the computer.
Hey,
my name is Jasmine, and I was actually calling because I have a question. I need advice from you.
Go ahead, sweetie.
Okay. I stay in Atlanta.
Okay.
I've emailed you a couple times, and I currently work in the film and television industry.
Okay, you must work at Tyler Perry Studios or something down there.
Not Tyler Perry, but pick the next one. It's all white.
Shit. Disney. Shit. How many are down there?
Turner.
Turner. Okay, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Okay, yes. Go ahead.
Okay, Tariq. My thing is right now, I've been working at Turner for about a year now.
Okay.
I have my master's degree in screenwriting.
Okay.
I have a bachelor's in film production. When I first interviewed with them, they said they had nothing full-time available. 2 months later, they hired a white girl from Florida who was about 23 years old, and she's my boss now, full-time.
Oh,
there are a couple other white girls who don't even have a bachelor's degree that they've been up in the process. And so I have been really struggling to figure out what I need to do. I don't want to beg white people for work. That's not what I'm about. But at the same time, I don't feel like it's fair, the fact that I have more experience and education than these people, but I'm still being overlooked. So I was trying to get your advice on what I should do, because I've been ready to go in there and blow up. But I haven't.
No. Because if you go to another place, it's the same thing. Sister, let me tell you something. What they do, and all you're going to do is keep getting frustrated. Because with black people at these jobs, there's a glass ceiling. They let you get to a certain position, and you're going to stay there for the rest of your life. Whereas what happens, they bring in some of their white counterparts, and they move them up so quick. They bring in people for you to train to be your supervisor. It's like that in damn near every white company, dude. I see it all the time. Sisters and brothers working at these jobs for 80 years, and they done trained all of their supervisors, and you still in the same position getting the same pay. So the name of the game, what you do while you're working there, figure out what type of side money that you can get, that you can build up, and also whatever you're doing there, learn how to do that for yourself so you can build up clientele for yourself. Because it's going to be like that everywhere you go. Because I know black people have to sometimes have a conversation with themselves every day before they go to work, like, okay, I'm not going to slap one of these motherfuckers on my lunch break. I got a car note. I got college. My kids need shoes. You got to talk yourself into going into work and remind yourself of the shit you need. But it's going to be like that everywhere you go, because we live in a system of white supremacy, and the white supremacists are going to look out for other white supremacists. That's the name of the game. So we got to own something. The only remedy to that is owning something. Me, I don't have that problem. I own my shit. So I ain't got to worry about no boss, supervisor, none of that. I'm the boss, supervisor, whatever. Start thinking about ownership, and also hooking up with other black people who have businesses so that you can work around them. I know it's rare that we don't have businesses like we should, but try to link up with some of the black business people in your location so y'all can get down. I have some wonderful sisters who work for me out here in LA, and they get paid lovely. They love working for me. The hours are great, and I love helping other people in my community. You dig what I'm saying? And we need more of that. Right. You dig?
Yeah, I did. And Tariq, I know you like to put people off the phone, but let me just say this.
Yes, ma'am.
I've been talking to you, or at least listening to you, for a little while, and I started my own website and everything. So I do screenwriting independently online.
Okay.
I wanted to let you know that, just so that you know that I'm taking initiative based on what you're saying.
Oh, cool. So how many scripts have you written?
I've written 8 scripts. Like I said, I got my master's.
Oh, cool.
In screenwriting. So I had to write about 4 in order to get my thesis together.
Oh, cool. I got a trailer from one of your scripts that you wrote. Is this one of your trailers right here from your script? Hold on.
Hide your mamas. Big brother is coming. And he's coming on strong. The big brother of soul is making a new kind of music. And it's mean jive. When he's hottest, he's the coolest. He's the best. Every gun brother and sister is out to make the big hit.
Oh, man. Man. Anyway, my show, Empire's about to come on. About to go upstairs with the family and watch that. We in here heavy tonight. We got a lot of folks in here tonight, man. We got a lot of folks in here tonight. Now, don't forget, man, y'all go to Kickstarter.com. Y'all go to Kickstarter.com. Get down with a brother, man. Contribute to Hidden Colors 4. Contribute to Hidden Colors 4 on Kickstarter. It's looking good right now. Go to HiddenColorsFilm.com if you need to, family. And let me get up out of here. It's going to be time for the Ustream show for Sunday, so y'all stay tuned this Sunday for the Ustream show. Follow me on Instagram at Tariq Elite. Follow me on Twitter at Tariq Nasheed. Hold on. Should I get one more call before I leave? Should I get one more call? Nah, I ain't gonna get it. All right, let me get up out of here, fam. I'm out, man. It's been good chopping up game with the family. I'm a holla. Peace.